I didn't always know that this was necessarily my path, which is kind of how you fall into the best of things, I feel like. Yeah, I grew up dancing, doing musical theatre, writing, very creative, playing the flute, always surrounded by music and theatre and the love of that world. My dad was always filmmaking and my mum being a writer as well, so kind of very supported in that sense of things. I used to, when I was younger especially, I used to want to be on the stage. And then as I got older, I realized maybe my passion didn't fall there necessarily, but it still fell somewhere creatively. I just didn't know where. I went to uni for a political science degree, very unrelated. Was very passionate about that subject, especially going to school in the States. Yeah, and moving to London kind of opened up a whole new can of worms for me. I find the city just so ridiculously inspiring, and as cringy and corny as it sounds, it really is like a lot of opportunity to see and dreams to be made. So on a whim, I was applying to internships and apprenticeships and part-time jobs in all kinds of realms creatively. I was in a rut. I was working hospitality. I just didn't know what was next. I landed a summer internship with MSFT Management based in North London, and kind of just it clicked, and I realized this was it. This was how I was going to surround myself with creatives and pursue creativity in this industry, but without having to be the person on the stage. So that's kind of, yeah, how it came about. I worked with them for about a year, part-time, while still working hospitality, and then looking for full-time roles in agenting with all that experience under my belt and this new love for this career that I didn't know I even had an in to. And it's just the beginning still, but it's really exciting. And I love being exposed to this industry in this capacity as I never expected I would be. Entirely, I think our biggest, I don't know, obstacle is just having a closed mind. If I had just had one path, this is what I'm going to do, I will not settle, this is, who knows where I'd be. I think following your dreams is really, really big, and following your heart is really, really big, but life happens and it's going to hurt so much more with your expectations if you don't have some kind of flexibility. Like I said, when I was younger especially, I was going to be the person on the stage, and as I grew up, I thought, I don't have to be the person on the stage. I'm happy to be around other people on the stage, kind of thing too. If I had planned this would happen, it wouldn't be happening, I think. I think there's like a lot of things in life in general. I think a lot of artists, especially, and a lot of creatives are so tunnel visioned on this dream or this one image or this is how I'm going to be successful, and then it takes away all the fun, as well as all the expectations and the passion at the end of the day too. But in terms of a client and an agent relationship, I think it just has to be based on pure transparency, pure genuinity. But yeah, I think if you're both kind of beating around the bush at what you want, what you can do, what is important to you, then it's not helping anyone. I think that's a big thing, is a lot of the times, for example, asking a client, hey, can you sing, this is super niche, small example, but hey, can you sing from this range to this range? And the client says yes. And then you get them a self-tape, and then they tape for it. And it turns out they can sing, but they can't quite sing that range. there's no point, you're not trying to impress me, you know? You've already impressed me, that's why I've signed you. I'm trying to help you. You should also be trying to help yourself, kind of thing. I think just transparency is such a big thing and so lacking these days, especially in the creative industries and the entertainment industries. And I feel like that's having a close relationship with your agent is important just for building you, as well as your relationships, as well as your credits, as well as all the important things, because it does come down to the business as well at the end of the day. Yeah, there's no point. Tell us how it is so that you can tell the world how it is, and that's what's going to set you apart. Like you said, authenticity is major, major in this industry that's all about scripts and costumes and makeup and prosthetics and everything else. Yeah, I think a lot of the time, a lot of clients think that they have to continue proving themselves beyond the tape and just in their working relationships as well. Like you were saying with taking headshots specifically, it's like, oh, I want to cover this, I want to cover this, I want to. No, we want to showcase that. We want to showcase that. The difference is that's, again, like you said, what's going to get you cast in a world where AI is, you can create anyone to look like anything, and you can have that perfect image of what you want that role to be cast as from a computer generated, you know, in a world where we can create the perfect human on screen, why would we cop that in real life? I think one of the things I picked up on, and I know, trust me, I know so many graduates do this already, but there is fruition to continuing to reach out to agencies. And I know you just Google agencies in London and you pull up all their emails and you write all these mass emails saying, please come to my showcase, please come to my one-man show, please come to my pub theater show I put on, whatever it might be. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. You're going to get no responses. You're going to get rejections. You're going to get people who say they come and then they don't end up coming. Yes, this is, unfortunately, this is life. This is auditions. This is everything that comes with the industry, everything you've chosen to be a part of. But it does work because a lot of these agencies, they have their interns, they have their junior positions, they have their assistants. A lot of the time, this is just going to their inbox. And a lot of the time, they do have say in going to these shows. For example, I think, I'm not sure if I was an intern or if I was like a junior agent assistant position at the time, but one of the invitations came through from a graduate. She'd written this show, she was performing in it, directing it. I was like, oh, Wednesday evening, why not? You know, let me go, have fun, nice show to see. I love watching local theater especially. And went along, saw her, spoke to her after the show. It was absolutely brilliant. I came back to the office the next day. I was like, I know we're not supposed to be signing on anyone, but she can sing and she can write and she's personable, and like, you need to see this, like you need to watch her show reels. And my senior agent at the time was like, yeah, you're right, we can't sign anyone, but we don't have anyone who can sing like this. We don't have any playmakers like this. Bring her up and see what she says. And we signed her. And we never would have if she had just reached out with her spotlight link. We would have put it on our spreadsheet, unfortunately, and been like, when our books open, we will have a better look at this kind of thing. But it was the invitation and the 20-something-year-old junior assistant, me, who wanted to go along to a show on a random Wednesday night, that set her apart. And now she has representation. So I think it's just like job applications. It's just like anything. It can be really like, it can hit really difficult when you don't get any responses and when you constantly, but I think that is such a big thing, putting yourself out there. Maybe even also leaning towards the scope of going after the assistants and the juniors. Like, you got to start somewhere, because they all, yeah, I mean, it's a hierarchy. It just goes up the ladder, but has to start somewhere. You have to keep putting yourself out there. If you don't, then your spotlight link, unfortunately, is just one among millions of others, talented individuals, kind of, I think. Yeah, I think it's cliche to say, but I think definitely just don't stop. Your perseverance, it will pay off. It will pay off. What you put out, you will get back in return. I thoroughly believe that. And yeah, I know it's kind of the business itself, easier said than done as well, but networking, using your, not just the person who's running the acting masterclass, but all of the aspiring actors that are going to the masterclass, write together, make plays together, do build these things together, because you're not going to make it just you. Like, this industry, people help people. It is just how it goes. You can't just be by yourself, a lone wolf, and make it. That's never going to happen, unfortunately. Yeah, I think just sticking community, it's inherently a competition at the end of the day, yes. But we're humans. Human experience is working together and coexisting and helping each other. So I think that's very important as well. And I could see that in this particular actor who we signed. She'd gone to drama school with these people, and I think there were only 5 of them in the show, but they had put on other shows together, and they all helped star in each other's projects. And it's, you're not going to get anywhere without doing that together, I think. It's super special to see. I think a client with so much potential that just goes through a dry period of time of not being able to book anything, I think that's super frustrating. I can't even imagine for them. But yeah, it's like, okay, update your headshots. Maybe that's the problem. Okay, we update the headshots. These headshots are great. It really represents you in all your colors, shapes, and forms. Like, awesome. Okay, cool. We're gonna pitch you for things using these new headshots. Getting casting. Awesome. This is great. This is great. Tape, tape, tape. And then not getting anything in return. It's the joy of agenting is being so proud to promote this person who's so full of talent and everything else, and being able to show, hey, they would be perfect for this, or hey, I think they would just be perfect to work on this project, full stop. And then not getting anything in return is just so frustrating, especially for us. We're not the ones taping, so I can't even imagine the frustration for an actor who is carving out time in their day or getting a friend or someone to help them tape, maybe switching around their work schedule, because most of these actors have day jobs, whether it's in hospitality or whether it's in whatever they're doing. It's like fitting their whole life around this one tape that they have 2 days to get done, and then not seeing anything out of it. That's probably one of the biggest things. And then maybe an actor coming off the high of booking a really big job and then kind of not seeing anything for a little bit after that. It's like, but that exposure was supposed to make me. That exposure was, and having to remind us and having to remind them that it's one-hit wonders are rare these days. Like, it's not how it used to be. It's that one thing isn't going to make you. It's the consistency of it. I think it's just really frustrating and saddening when an actor rings us and is like, this was the 3rd recall for that big West End show. Why? They obviously wanted me. Why didn't they choose me? It's like, we have nothing. What can you say? It's you are wonderful. We're not lying to you. We are putting your best foot forward. We are speaking about you, and obviously all these things are true and they know it's true. It's just, whose fault is it? It's no one's at the end of the day. It's just kind of how it goes. I think that's super saddening. And then obviously them dealing with emotions and maybe projecting that at times to us and having to take it not personally. And, everyone just take a step back, kind of. This is an emotional thing. This is your career. This is my career. We're on the same page. I think that can be really tough, dealing with the heartbreaks, the emotions, just like the career bending for an actor as well, and being their representation. I think that's, because it does hit us as well. The obviously business side of things, but also personally, like, we have a working relationship with these people. It's not just about the money at the end of the day as well. As much as both sides it obviously is, that's the industry, but we do have feelings too. We are not just robots pressing yes, 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 kind of, I think it's the small things. And I think, unfortunately, I found this, and my old agency, the founder and senior agent, she spoke to me about this quite a bit, but clients kind of forgetting at times that all the hours we're putting in for the possibility of them landing something. It's never a guarantee, yet we are acting on it as if it is. I think it made my heart very, very happy, very bittersweet, but very happy when I did leave MSFT. And I wrote an email to everyone saying, hey, it's been lovely. It's been over a year. Miss you all. I've met a few of the actors. I've seen them in shows. I've been emailing them every day for, hello. And the responses I got back it's just like, okay, so they do appreciate us. It's like, I was like, oh, well wishes. And, thank you for everything you've done. And which, it is difficult for us on all sides to often thank the people in our lives for the things that, help us get through. I think it's just the little things, the joys of seeing a client book something and sending their appreciation. I think inherently it's just nice. Everyone likes a little pat on the back. It's human nature. We like validation.